Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Doula Say. I wanted to quickly show you some of the items that you might receive at the hospital after birth, which would be considered your postpartum journey. I have a few items on hand after I have my son. I saved some of these items. I don't know why, but I guess I'm going to show you. Alrighty. So one of the first things that you'll notice is they're going to provide you an infant hat. Most of the times we bring our own hats, if you probably pack some in your diaper bag, but they do give you like a generic hat. I think I received this same one with my other two children. So I have all of their hats, and it literally still smells like my baby. So they give you a hat. They do give you a rolly cart that you will place the baby in, which is kind of like a portable bassinet, and they'll fill one of the drawers with Pampers and wipes, and they're pretty much a generic standard type of pamper or wipes. Actually no, the Pampers, I think they did Huggies. I think the wipes were generic. They also you'll see this being used, which is kind of what goes under your bottom. They're going to place this on the bed, especially if you had a vaginal delivery. I'm not exactly sure what they do for cesareans. I'm not going to say that they don't do this, because I'm pretty sure they will, because you still bleed. But this is placed down, and it kind of looks sort of like this as an opening up, and they kind of have some of these in stock in the room. I have quite a bit of these. I don't really know why I have so many. I don't know, but this is also good when you come home and you are laying in your own bed. You can place this down if you're continuing, well, you will still be bleeding, so I would definitely just put this down as well. Some of the other things that you'll notice right away is they're going to provide you with mesh underwear. I still have quite a bit of these. I literally did not put on any of the underwear that I bought. I took the hospitals, and they're pretty, just depending on what hospital you go to, they're pretty durable. They're meant to throw away after use. So I wouldn't recommend washing these and trying to rewear them. But inside you can put a pad inside, and they do provide you with like a bag of pads if you didn't bring your own, and literally you can put this pad and line it inside of the mesh underwear. Before you go home, definitely ask for some of these to go home if you don't want to jump right back into your regular use underwear, or your the ones you bought. You can definitely ask for some to take home, and I did, and I have like a couple of these. Like I said, they do provide you with a generic pad for bleeding. I believe that they give you a bag, and I think you can request for more. I had brought my own, so I really only used a bag of theirs, and these really didn't come with wings. I'll show you what it looks like. It's just kind of just like a long, just generic pad. So if you want to get specific and you want wings and stuff like that for your bleeding, I would suggest purchasing your own before going into the hospital. And these are meant to be changed out. You're probably going to change these frequently because you'll be bleeding. Also, along with the pads, they give you some what I call Tux wipes, but these are AER wipes, which are witch hazel soaked wipes that kind of give you a cooling and gentle feeling down there, because you're kind of raw after birth. No offense. So putting these inside the pad, so opening the pad up like this, and then this is literally brand new, so I'm just going to open it up. I don't really use these anymore, obviously, because I'm almost 9 months postpartum. But literally, if you are feeling, you're currently bleeding, you're like, oh my goodness, my stuff is throbbing, you literally just take one of these and line it on the pad. Okay, and some people make like padsicles, and they, put Durablasts on these. Some people do like a spray with hazel. There's so many products that you can do, but literally if they're giving you these, you can just line 3 of them up right on the pad, and then pull your underwear up or your mesh panties with that, and then put it on. And that really, honestly, does wonders. It really does. And honestly, I know with my first daughter, they gave me a pad, and it was like a ice cooling pad, so it was thicker than this, so all I had to do was twist it, shake it, and it would just give like an ice layer. And I had a 3rd degree laceration with my first and second child, so I had those. This time I had a 2nd-degree laceration, so woo, better better tear. But yeah, that definitely does wonders. So along with this, and you can also find these in like Walgreens, CVS. They're kind of marketed either under witch hazel pads or by in other words, Tucks, Tucks, and you can find that in your local drugstore. Also, they're gonna give you, I didn't save a lot of the toiletries, but they gave me like a little bag of toiletries, which include like shampoo, soap, shampoo, mouthwash. I'm not exactly sure if it included toothpaste, but I bought my own toothpaste and toothbrush. But it can include that depending on what hospital you're at. But they do have like bags of toiletry. But I do recommend bringing your own stuff. You definitely want to stay away from things that are heavily scented, any perfumes or sprays or, stuff that's like lavender, blossom, glitter, all of that. Leave that at home. Just go ahead and get a plain bar of soap. And they provide these as well. So I would definitely just take advantage of that. And that's gentle enough for your bottom area. So they do have a bathroom in most rooms. You can either, you can't necessarily take a shower right away. I mean, a bath right away, but you can do a shower. And the hospital that I was at, they had the handle that came down and I could just spray myself off. Also, upon request, they will ask if you're in any pain. So they would probably administer drugs, such as Tylenol, ibuprofen, things like that. Definitely ask about it, especially when it comes to breastfeeding. Ask what it does, side effects, all of that. Do your research before taking anything. Also, they will give you a hot and cold pack if you request, like if your back is hurting, your leg is hurting, or whatever. They come in and check a lot with the swelling and stuff like that. So you can definitely request that if you need a cold pack. I was provided cold packs because, yeah, I needed something because my back was hurting. Also, if you have rear end issues or lacerations, and I'm pretty sure they provide this even if you didn't, but most women do tear. So I'll just say that. They give you like a cushion balloon that can be blown up, and it kind of is like a ring that you can kind of sit on, and that helps. You can also take that home. I never opened mine. They also, if you have some lacerations where you need to sit in a sitz bath, they're going to provide like a ring bowl, and it's literally, well, it's not like, it doesn't look like that, but it's like a gray bowl and it has like a tube to it so you can get water in it. And they recommend that you sit on that to kind of give proper healing. Another thing that they will provide in rotation for you is, I think I covered everything. If it's not sitz bath, I think that might be it. Everything that I can remember that they recommended that you have. If you have any responses or you have been provided different things, definitely comment below. I would love to hear them. This is just to kind of put our information so that we're privy when we go in the hospital, so you're not unfamiliar with those things. Some of the things that you can request for that they will not necessarily just say right out is an abdominal binder. And that is just kind of like a wrap that kind of goes around, especially right after birth if you're breastfeeding. It kind of, your uterus is shrinking back in when you're breastfeeding, but that kind of helps with that. You can also request for that, and that's called an abdominal binder, not a waist trainer, an abdominal binder, and it's very gentle, but you can definitely request for that right after birth. And of course, I think they also provide pacifiers if you choose to do that. I didn't really do the pacifier with any of my children. It's just easier for my journey. And they, along with the first bath, I think they provide like, toiletries for the baby, like, soft, gentle wash for the baby and things like that. And I believe they give little cut off onesies because, of course, a biblical cord is still on. So I believe that they provide those too, or some type of gown for the babies. So I would definitely take advantage of that, along with the swaddles. I don't really remember taking any home because I had some of myself. But those are things that are provided as well. So you definitely will get the swaddle, the one like half onesies, cutoffs, or gowns, a hat for the baby, and be encouraged to bring your own things as well to kind of make it homey. Some of the things that I brought along with me, of course, is my own toiletries. I bought my own long pillow. I was in the hospital for about 5 days after my son, just because I did birth him outside, and some other things that I may not consider emergencies, but of course the hospital staff did, so they decided to keep us for that long. But I'm glad that I had my blanket and my own pillow that kind of gave me some warmth of home. And Another thing that they buy is lots and lots and lots of water. Take advantage of that. Drink as much as water as you can, along with the meals they're providing in the hospital. Some of them are not so great, but definitely take advantage of water and fiber so that you can use the bathroom and that you can be properly hydrated. Stay well. Have a great day.